We're recording.
Hi everybody, welcome to Q&D, tricks and tips for improving your English. Hi Christine.
Hello Julia.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Seeing as it's Christmas time, we thought we would talk about Christmas today.
Great topic.
So there's a little bit of a difference, right, in the terminology about Christmas.
Yes,
Christine.
Right. In German, we have Heiligabend, which we call Christmas Eve.
Yes, exactly.
And Julia, don't a lot of your people say first day of Christmas or
yes,
first
exactly.
Christmas day?
Yes,
right?
The first and the second day of Christmas.
Right.
Exactly.
Again and again and again and again and again.
Yeah, exactly. So the most important, what we should also mention is the most important day in English-speaking countries is Christmas Day.
Right.
Because that's the day that the kids get their presents, and that's where the big sort of lunch takes place. Right, Christine?
Christmas Day, exactly.
Exactly. Christmas Day is important.
I'd like to go back to Christmas Eve. Of course, for Germans, it seems that Christmas Eve is a very solemn affair, really. People seem to go, a lot of people go to church, and then they come home, and then the Christmas tree is lit, and presents are given then, and I think families sit together and eat. What is Christmas Eve like in your place?
You mean in South Africa?
Yeah,
or
South Africa,
with my family.
No, let's say in South Africa.
In South Africa. Well, in South Africa, it's 35 degrees in the shade on Christmas Eve. So basically, most people have a barbecue. I suppose that would be the normal thing to do. And then you have to wait till it's dark. It only gets dark at about 8. And people have a family get-together on Christmas Eve, but it's not more than that. It's really just a family get-together.
Okay. You know, I really can't. Of course, it's a long time ago. I can't really remember Christmas Eve being anything special in England. We adopted more the. Yeah, we did have this more British style here, but then a little bit German, of course, as well.
Right.
So the Christmas tree was always put up on Christmas Eve, and the lights lit up on Christmas Eve. And we, as a family, used to sit together and eat together, but never anything about presents, right?
Okay, well, with me, it was a little bit different because I grew up with German-speaking parents in South Africa.
Right.
So I was sort of the only one of my friends who had Christmas on Christmas Eve, even though I had 2 other German friends who also had Christmas on Christmas Eve.
You had your presents on Christmas Eve?
Yes, exactly. And I remember that my parents we would always have to wait until it got dark. That was important. And it only gets dark at 8, so we would have to always wait.
So what about now your family? You said, okay, do you still have presents on Christmas Eve?
We still have presents on Christmas Eve.
Oh, I didn't realize that, because we have this tradition still of present giving on Christmas Day. And because we as children, my sister and I, used to wake up very, very early in the morning, excited. So, and I didn't want that as a parent. So I told my children, Father Christmas, or I think I even said Chriskind. It was a bit of a mix, you know, sort of doesn't come before 6 or 7, because it's got, you know, to see so many children. So it's not worth getting up earlier. And it worked, Julia. It worked.
I just also want to talk about the word Eve, right? I think that's something that confuses because they always say Eve. Can you also say that? Is that just a short form for evening? And I always explain it that I think it's an old word that you don't really use anymore, right?
I've not really gone into that. I would just say, just to remember, we don't say Christmas evening. You know, that's just something
exactly. We say Christmas Eve, but you also wouldn't use the word Eve in sort of normal everyday language. That's what I say. And I say it's an old word for evening.
It
is.
That's
how I explain it.
Thinking of some poems. Does the eve before Christmas? Is there not a poem, Eve?
Yeah. It sounds very sort of like Old English to me.
It does sound like Old English.
Christine, before we finish off, I'd like to talk about the 26th,
Oh,
right?
the 26th. Yeah.
Very special day. And surprisingly enough, a lot of my clients, I'm always very surprised that a lot of them didn't know that it's called Boxing Day in all English-speaking countries.
But not only they don't know it, but they don't remember.
They don't remember. No, you can tell them every year.
You know, when
every year they're like, oh, really? Or some of them say,
Boxing
yes,
Day.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember you said that last year, but I forgot.
That's it. It's always a surprise. It's so different, this word.
And then I always ask that question, why do you think it's called Boxing Day?
What do you say?
Have all these different theories.
I have my own theories. I'll tell you about that. What do you say?
The best sort of reply to that I got once was from a client who said, oh, it's called Boxing Day because that's the day when all the family are completely fed up with each other and everybody
that's what I say.
starts getting violent.
That's what I say.
Towards their family members.
Right. Did you have this term? You know, we had the dustman. We called him the dustman. We would now call him the rubbish collector.
I don't know that.
He used to ring the bell, or the postman, who is now a post office or a postwoman, perhaps, rang the bell and asked for their Christmas box. Do you know that term?
No, I don't.
A Christmas box is like a tip, or, you know, he went around the houses asking for their Christmas.
Because I know that that's the origin of Boxing Day. Boxing Day actually means that on Boxing Day, people used to put boxes, as far as I know, in the UK, in front of their doors for the poor, and then the Salvation Army or something like that would come and pick it up. Right?
So I don't know. There are different stories about this, but we do use that word, or we used it about, you know, I'd like my Christmas box, right?
Right. Okay. Interesting. No, I didn't know that.
Okay, Julia, it was lovely talking to you again.
Yes, you too, Christine. And Merry Christmas, everyone.
And Merry Christmas.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.